Are you okay?
No. Hi.
But he couldn't stop himself. The collision with the car didn't kill him, but he wasn't wearing a seatbelt, so he continued on his journey. When he hit the inside of the car, that didn't kill him either. But his internal organs carried on travelling until they hit his rib cage, and his lungs were punctured, and the main artery from his heart was torn. And that's what killed Richard.
Oh my God.
If you need a reason to fasten that...
Sitting on the lap of an adult who is not wearing a belt is not as safe as you might think. This U.S. crash test proves the point very effectively. Lying on the rear seat without a belt is also dangerous. In a collision at 50 kilometers an hour, a child weighing 20 kilos is subjected to forces corresponding to the weight of a baby elephant. A child standing between the front seats will be thrown with tremendous force against the dashboard and perhaps through the windscreen. This crash test shows what happens to children sitting without safety belts in the luggage compartment of an estate car if it is hit from behind.
A parent is driving with a baby in the passenger seat. In the back, a 10-year-old with a 3-year-old kneeling and looking out of the back window. Neither is in a seatbelt.
This is a 30-mile-an-hour.
Restraints are effective at reducing injuries in crashes, but they need to be used properly. This is a 30-mile-per-hour crash test with 4 occupants: a male adult, a teenager, a toddler, and an infant. Neither the teenager nor the toddler in the back is wearing a seatbelt. The child in the front is restrained in a rear-facing infant carrier, and the adult is wearing a seatbelt and is protected by an airbag. Look what happens as the car crashes. Because the teenager is not wearing a seatbelt, he violently hits the driver and both are seriously injured. Had there been an adult in the back, the injuries would almost certainly have been worse. The toddler travels through the car, past the front seats, and hits the mirror and screen with his head and pelvis, almost certainly causing fatal injuries. The child in the infant carrier is in a seat protected by an airbag, but as the airbag explodes, it hits the carrier with such force that the child would have suffered fatal injuries. Airbags are very effective at protecting restrained adults, but you should never fit a rear-facing infant carrier in a seat with an airbag in front of it. The teenager should have been wearing a seatbelt. The toddler should have been in a child seat, and the baby should have been in an infant carrier in the back seat of the car. It's essential that all car passengers and drivers are properly restrained, and that restraints are used correctly.